Dear friends, today we are going to discuss the final chapter, that is chapter number 18 of Bhagavad Gita, which centers around the perfection of renunciation. In this chapter, Arjuna asked Lord about what is renunciation and its purpose. To this, Lord Krishna says, one who gives up the results of all activities is called renunciation, that is tyaga, by the wise. And this state of renounced order of life is called sannyasa by great learned men. Lord further says, though sacrifices and austerities should be performed as a regular duty, but one should never renounce his prescribed duties which he is entitled to in his day to day life. If any person renounces his duties, he does so in the mode of ignorance. Lord says, one who performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done, without attachment to the fruitive results, is considered to be in the mode of goodness. The mode of goodness ensures one to see Lord in every human being, whereas mode of passion ensures a person seeing different entities in different bodies, and mode of ignorance sees others as only body and everything is materialistic for them, contrary to the scriptures and principles of spirituality. Their habits are similar to animals, that is, birth, mating, sleeping, enjoying the materialistic pleasures. Actions performed without attachment to its results are considered to be in the mode of goodness. Actions performed to gratify the senses are considered within the ambit of mode of passion. Actions performed to inflict injury to the others or cheat others are considered to be under the mode of passion. Now Lord explains that under the mode of goodness, a person understands what ought to be done and what not, what is religious and what is irreligious. Under the mode of passion, one doesn't try to identify between religious actions and irreligious actions, just they are concerned with gratification of their senses. Whereas under the mode of ignorance, religion is considered by them to be irreligion and vice versa. Under the illusion, such people strives in wrong direction. Now Lord explains about happiness in three modes. In the mode of goodness, one may feel like poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end, which awakens one to self-realization. In the mode of passion, the happiness is derived from contact of senses with their objects, and which appears nectar at first, but poison at last. In the mode of ignorance, there is delusion from beginning to end, contrary to self-realization, exposed to sleep, laziness and illusion. Lord further says that neither beings existing in the earth nor demigods existing in the higher planets are freed from the three modes of material nature. Lord says human beings are classified into four categories according to quality of their work. Brahmanas entrusted with service to the Lord, doing yajna for the society, etc. Kshatriyas entrusted with fighting in the battle or else were using their muscle power. Vaishyas entrusted with doing business. Sudras providing service to others. Lord stresses out that it is better to do one's own prescribed duty imperfectly than doing someone else's duty perfectly. Prescribed duties according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions. One can obtain the results of renunciation simply by self-control and by becoming unattached to the material things and disregarding material enjoyments. Lord says, one can attain him if he is not attached to worldly material things, remain unmoved by sense gratification, lives in a secluded place, discards false ego, lust, greed, devoted to service for the Lord. Lord further says, if a devotee dedicates all his activities to him, he will cross all obstacles of his life and he will be protected by the Lord. Lord says to Arjuna to become his devotee and always think of him, worship him, then he will definitely go to Lord's abode. And he is saying him so and promising him because Arjuna is a very dear friend to the Lord. Lord further says to Arjuna to abandon all varieties of religion and only follow Lord Krishna. Lord then says, this confidential knowledge cannot be explained to non-devotees, atheists and people who are envious of the Lord. Lord says, those devotees who promotes Krishna consciousness and imparts this confidential knowledge to other devotees, devotional service is guaranteed and at the end he will come back to the Lord. These people are most dear to the Lord. Lord further says, Those who study this sacred conversation and worship him by his intelligence, who listens this with complete faith and devotion, will become free from sinful reactions and attain the Lord. Arjuna finally confirms to the Lord that since his illusion is dispelled by Lord's instructions, he is ready to fight. At the end, Sanjaya, the assistant of King Dhritarashtra, says he is so elated to listen this secret conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna by the mercy of Ved Vyasa that he is rejoicing every moment, and he says, "Who's?" and he says, "Where there is master like Krishna and student like Arjuna, there will be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality." Thank you. At the end, we will start our life with a new beginning by chanting regularly the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you.